Champions!
It's not you, is it?
What's that?
You're not bottling it.
Why have you got that?
That's Chelsea.
You're going to go for a run. You're going for a run, are you? That's cycle.
In podcasts,
Yeah.
it's important to stay hydrated.
Stay
all the time.
lubricated.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a night.
Didn't learn all the words then?
No, I
Champions League.
don't know. I don't rate the song of that. Don't think it's...
Mate, what? How can you not love the Champions League song? It's part of all of us. It's in our DNA as football fans to enjoy that music. You don't like it?
Not for me, bro.
Is that because for years it was like... just angry. Just like... There it was in the distance.
Yeah,
now, is it 4 years on the trot? 3 years on the trot? Champions League?
Yeah, it's like 3 years on the bounce now. Obviously, consistency is key here. What's remarkable is that we have managed to get into the Champions League despite some absolutely horrendous form, like horrible. Well, the form's okay, but the results are fine. It's just that the performances have been terrible. But everybody's have been. Like, you've seen teams right at the top drop points to teams that you never thought they would, like Chelsea and
Man City at the weekend again to Huddersfield. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, Brighton beating Man United. So it isn't just Tottenham. Something went on. Something's in the water.
It's this time of the season, mate.
And it just goes to show how important having the right mental application, right mental aptitude, because. You know, West Brom turned it around. And for what reason? The same group of players, you know, they went down, unfortunately, but they could add a good stab at it too late.
Pressure. That's what it is.
So it's actually the manager's job often to create a scenario that gets the most out of players. And that's as important as having quality players. It's easier if you've got quality players, but you can do so much with a lesser group with the right belief system instilled.
Flav, that's all well and good, but...
How many more weeks this we got?
1 more week. So enjoy this.
What? So there's this and then
next week.
And then we'll never have to do
People like it.
I know they do.
Get the fucking phone.
Oh, sorry, the ringer's off. Hang on. Hello?
Hello, guys. You alright?
How's right. Things? Who's that?
How's life? How's life?
Good. Oh, is that?
How's things? It's me. Yeah. It's me. Is that Jordan? Jordan Henderson. You good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Good fella.
Yeah, good.
Keep your nose out of trouble here.
Yeah, of course.
Good boy. That good boy. How is the missus? She good?
Lovely job.
Lovely family you got there. Give him a kiss for me.
I will do.
It's me, obviously. 1,000 goals in professional football. It's me, Romario. You know, the Brazilian legend. Yeah. So I've been, look, World Cup time. I'm getting loads of interviews and things like that, and I've been giving some advice to some of the boys.
Have you?
And I thought, who needs a decent World Cup? It's you lot, isn't it? It's
yeah.
you lot. You ain't done well for ages, have you? You ain't done well for ages down England way. And I thought, let's pick out the phone to Jordan. I ain't spoken to him for months.
Right.
Months.
Yeah. Cheers.
And I thought, let's give him a call and give him some advice, because I've given Gabriel Jesus some advice.
Go on.
And I said to him, I thought Jordan might need this.
I do. So,
tell me. Do you know what you need, mate? If you want some advice to win a World Cup, do you?
Go on.
No, let's go on the Champions League, but World Cup. Do you want some of that?
Go on.
Yeah. Do you know what you need? Make sure you're getting loads of sex. That's what I said to Jesus recently. Yeah? Basically. Yeah? I think, people in other countries around the world might be giving the same advice, and it probably doesn't work because it's not actually the best preparation for a World Cup. But if it's me, I can say it because I've been there and I've done it. And all you got to do, Jordan, yeah? Take this on board, yeah? Get yourself out there, right? Couple nights out, couple cheeky tequilas, yeah? Get yourself a few, yeah? Tuck in, alright? Best of luck. Lots of love. Take care. Be lucky.
Be lucky.
Romario was saying that. I saw that, came across that on Reddit. I was like, Romario tells... So he said, this was the translation, he told Jesus the advice for him would be, getting enough is one of my tips.
Getting enough sex?
Getting enough.
So he's like obsessed, isn't he? He's like
he loves it. He cannot get enough. As well as making the most of it on days off. And of course, focusing on the day, and of course, focusing on the days of the games and during matches. Make sure you're focusing during the match, but really take this in. Enjoy your days off.
Yeah,
I love that.
Have lots of sex.
Do you know what I love if you've done enough in the game. In the game.
Yeah.
Then you can say anything, and it's advice, and it's fine. Like Prince famously used to eat his own toenails before going on stage, but that was Prince. He was a genius.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
But that's fine.
I love
the
that.
proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're allowed to do whatever you want within reason if you're successful. And that's what's messed up about our world. That's what's messed up about people, isn't it?
What? That it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. That
You should still have
you
to.
You can have as much fun if you achieve everything. As much fun as you want if you achieve everything in the world, because it's not fair on everyone else. I'm allowed to have 60% fun in my life because I only could achieve 60% worth of good stuff.
Well, I guess the other side of it is that people will be ready to knock you off that pedestal if you get up there. That's the story, isn't it? You get you up there and then they'll knock you down.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry
unless you're a Mario.
Yeah.
Because he don't care.
You don't care. Well, that's the key. It's not caring.
Yeah, that is the key. I just saw that and I thought that was good. World Cup on its way. We'll talk about the last game of the season.
I want to go back to something.
Okay.
Before we go through what we're going to go through.
Okay.
And there's a packed show here.
It's a packed show. White Teeth Part 2. Parts 1 and 2 of Part 2. Coming up.
Is just going back on that sex thing. So obviously the written rule, what everyone says is don't have sex before you're about to go into an exam or before you're about to, not school exam, obviously, just like a driving test, or a
Nice save.
or a big game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're supposed
job
to
interview.
A job interview, exactly. The rule is
Cooking a meal.
The rule with what people say is good meal, not like beans on toast.
Just watch out.
Fill your boots before beans on toast. But if you're cooking a nice meal, Valentine's Day meal, you don't knock one out or have sex before having the cooking
The
meal.
main course.
But what is it then? What is it about going into a big game? Why aren't you allowed to have sex? Why is that such a massive thing for sportsmen? Because like lots of footballers talk about it. David Hayes said that you wouldn't have sex for about 3 months.
I used to be careful about that. Because I like to achieve on a football pitch. I like to do well in a Sunday League team.
Yeah.
So I would
Did
take
do
that
well.
on
Won the
board.
league.
Won the league this year, Invincibles.
Yeah.
So.
And you haven't had sex in a year.
And I haven't had sex in a year, especially I'm not on a Saturday night. No, but I changed that idea.
Right.
Because I read an article. Firstly, Maradona said, go for it. Which you would do, because that's Diego. Not a friend of mine, but anyway. But then the other thing I read was that apparently, like, science has proven that actually, as long as you have sex more than an hour before doing physical activity, it shouldn't really make a difference.
So there's a build-up.
But I think people generally think that you're like, if you've had sex the night before, you're just going to be like, Jordan, big game today?
Yeah.
You're our midfield enforcer, aren't you? And you go,
Yeah, not really up for it.
Stanley, like, come on, Jordan, you going to lead us out for the warm-up?
Let us know in the comments below. What's the reasoning? What's your reasoning behind it? And what's an acceptable amount of time between copulation and playing football?
If stories came out that the England squad had partaken during the World Cup period, is it like a boxer? You should just be like ready to go, or do you need that calmness on the pitch?
Yeah.
Interesting.
England.
Yeah, we did an England World Cup squad video.
Yeah, we did on the Bull Street YouTube channel.
On the Bull Street YouTube channel. You should go check that out. I was able to get a quite surprising name on the list.
Who was that?
Blown away by
Andy
Carroll.
A cliffhanger.
Well, I say Andy Carroll got on.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Well, everybody agreed.
I got enough people to agree.
Is this the weakest England squad in living memory?
It's up there.
Yeah, terrible, isn't it?
I always go to Euro 2000. I thought that was an awful squad.
Go on. Who was in it?
In hindsight, people go, "Oh, this guy's a legend, that guy's a legend." Nah.
Who's in it?
Dennis Wise was in it.
Wow.
Shouldn't have been. Like Steve McManaman was like starting and wasn't the level that he had been.
Steve Stone in it?
No, he was in the Euro 96 squad.
Right.
Phil Neville screwed up. You had like old guys like Adams was still in the team. Again, all these guys are legends. I get it, but like they were all old, and it was a poor squad. We're on the other side of it this time. Everyone's really young.
Yeah, and do you know what I think? Perversely, or weirdly, rather than perversely, I think we'll probably do better than people think as well. I think we'll easily get out of the group because it's favourable. I think it's only Belgium, isn't it? That the other two, we should do enough. We should be able to finish second in that group. I think we'll actually go on.
Mate,
we'll
make the quarters at least, and then anything can happen.
I'm going to say it now.
No?
I'm going to say it now.
Not having it.
Lads.
Every tournament, and like a couple months before, people start getting a little bit excited.
I've been like that though, but
when the tournament starts, we're going to win it again.
But I've been consistent, haven't I?
Well, yeah.
I've been consistent with my positivity.
Yeah, but you're mad. You're.
I just think that's what life's about.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is.
You've been reading a book, haven't you?
I'm reading a book called The Secret, which is Nonsense. To be honest, it's
Stick with it though.
bloody nonsense.
30 pages in. Stick with it.
But I mean, I'm only 30 pages in.
I haven't read it, by the way.
But it's about it's about visualizing and thinking positively. Positively.
Positively.
Yeah, because it's about the law of attraction, and which apparently is a law that exists in the world. Right. And you think and exude positivity, and positive things come back to you. And I think there's something in that somewhere. And as a footballer, you have to go into this tour. There's no point going to this World Cup in Russia and thinking, we haven't got a chance. What's the point? Just go in and believe. Let's believe. Yeah, and so to say we can't get to the semi-final at the World Cup, who's to say this England team with those English players can't go all the way in Russia?
Look, they shouldn't go all the way, right?
No, they absolutely shouldn't.
What I find mad about football fans is that time and again and again and again and again and again, weird shit happens.
Football's a funny old game.
Maybe that could be put upon us for once.
Why not? Why can't Greece won it? Why can't we?
Yeah.
Leicester won the league over 38 games. Why can't we win the World Cup?
Do you want? Let's keep this positivity
Yeah.
and this nice England link by talking about Room 69.
Yes. Steve McLaren, get in there.
Please get in there. Please go away. Please go away.
Because
Please.
he's been massively linked, according to the Daily Mail.
Oh, which you're fine, aren't you? That's a fact.
I mean,
it's Daily Mail, although it is gaining legs.
It is gaining legs. There's a lot of people talking about it. Steve McLaren is going to take over Ian Holloway as QPR manager.
What you're worrying about? That's an upgrade.
Don't troll me.
Steve McLaren is an upgrade.
How is he
Holloway.
How is he an upgrade?
He is. He's won like 2 trophies, a couple promotions.
I don't think.
England manager.
Understudy to Alex Ferguson for like 10 years.
There's a lot going for him.
He regularly fails.
Right, so we was having an argument upstairs. Me and Jim was talking about earlier, and I said, we were talking about The Secret again, and about exuding positive energy, and he said, does that mean Holloway's going to stay at QPR because that's what you want? And I said yes, but there's if everybody thought like that, but if there's 15 other 6 other thousand people in the stadium going, we want him out, that's more negativity outweighs the positivity. Who's going to go?
Look, if the majority of people wanted him to go,
Yep.
then fine. But it just seems really odd that we've had like a sort of level season. Apparently, some of the things is that his mum passed away a couple of weeks ago, and that he might want to take a break from it.
Right.
But to spend more time with his family and stuff
Yeah.
like that, which again is just another example of what a beautiful man.
No, he's a good man.
Lovely heart.
He's a good man.
Which is all. This is my point. And I know people like we joke about it being sort of deluded like love for Ian Holloway.
Yeah.
The thing is, QPR are not a big club. I know, like we all know that, right? They're gonna go up. They're gonna go down. Like you're working on a relegation feature at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm in that, and I'm just laughing throughout the answers that I have to give. But so when it's not like just about winning, it's about something else, and
Yes.
Holloway is about something else. And you're not really. We're not. Steve McLaren is not an upgrade. He's not a big enough upgrade to get rid of someone who's done a good job, who's brought through 10 youngsters, and who cares.
That's a good point. And
That's my point.
The fact is that not every team can win, and most teams can't. You know, most teams have to make up.
McLaren is a great coach, but he will be a disaster if he's manager of QPR.
But holding on to
He will.
holding on to something other than the fact that success is all driving is what's important, and that's what happens to clubs at the top of the league. It's what happens at Spurs. It's happening at Spurs. It happened at United, and it happened at Arsenal as well. Is that success becomes so consuming, you crave it so much that you're like some sort of crack addict. When you don't get it, you turn into a nasty human being. Everything you turn on things that you used to love. You know, there's people turning on Pochettino saying he ain't right. He's not good enough. A year ago, we loved him to bits. Where's the love gone? That's what's happened. The cracks got into the bloodstream.
Yeah.
And he can't get it out now.
Where is the love?
Where's the love? So I understand that, and I appreciate it. I do. But
There we go.
But you know that kind of attitude is going to send you down. When you, Adam, when you was in the pub, whoa, when you was in the pub, QPR versus Brentford, what were all the QPR saying?
None of the ones I spoke to wanted him.
What did they say?
Who did you speak to?
I spoke to a couple.
Right, 2. So you're going on 2, right?
What else?
There's a video on my channel. Go and look at the comments and then most people agree. There's one or two.
There's obviously a divide. A lot of people don't.
There is a. Look, I agree with that. There is a divide, but those are the people who are wrong. I'm right.
Fine, keep him.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, it's up to you.
McLaren would be a disaster.
Yeah.
He would. I don't think he's a bad coach. I just don't. He's not. Would you want? Put me on this one. Would you want Steve McLaren as your manager?
Would you?
Thank you.
Adam at Brentford.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you've got a great manager. But you've got a terrible manager.
You've got a great club structure. I'm not sure how good the manager is. But that's the point, isn't it? That's the point. Anyway, white teeth.
Here we go.
Right. Last week, great reaction. I thought about this. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too far with this, Flav. I'd like a few tweets on this. Can we get the hashtag white teeth just out there? Because this is a great story. So I showed my mate. He was drunk on the train and he was just getting a bit aggy. So I was like, just watch this, just to soothe him. Showed him the white teeth story, and at the end he just went no. And then I thought
from the start.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, he's not watching this because he was sort of like his eyes were going. And then when you went no, yeah. he just went mad. He just went mad on the train. And then the next day he was telling me about it, and he's told his mates about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best podcast that no one knows about. Fortunately, you know about it.
Yeah.
But this story's even better.
It's better. We don't deserve it.
We don't deserve it. But thank you, Mark, for sending us in. So part one, go back to last week's podcast after watching the entirety of this one for our attention.
It's not even part one though, is it? It's part 3. It's like season 2.
Yeah,
it's season 2.
2.
We've got to clip it all up. We've got to clip it all up and then we'll have it and do something with it.
But that's the DVD that you get at the end. The people that have earned the right to hear it first,
yeah,
and understand the context of the story.
And this is in front of me, and I've had this on my desk all morning. And Jim wrote the running order. I've had it in front of me, and I haven't read this. I have no idea because I didn't want to ruin it myself.
So to catch you up quickly, there's this. God, how do you catch him up quickly? Right,
doesn't matter.
Just on last week.
Just doesn't matter. Go back and listen to the last 4 episodes of One for the Weekend.
Yeah.
And just catch up in a way.
And let us know your thoughts after. So this is part 1. We'll give you part 2 later in the podcast of part 2, if that makes sense, because it is a long story, but it's good, as you all know.
Right, here we go. I couldn't really hear the music last week, by the way, mate.
Yeah, I turned it down a bit because it was too low. Okay, here we go. It couldn't be. I whispered. A whispering tone menaced within my mind as I literally swayed on my feet. A sweet, familiar scent stung my nostrils. The room's attention magnetised to their arrival, but unlike before, it was split between the beauty of Anna and the presence of him. I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of irritation in his look as he realised all eyes were not drawn to his charismatic odour. I could feel my grip tightening around my glass as my teeth grinded in barely suppressed rage. Could it be? My tormentor in chief? My nemesis? How long I'd wanted to set the record straight with him, and now here he was, with the woman I'd wanted for what felt like a lifetime. I was due compensation from karma, and yet, here I was being fucked over by fate again. I turned away, lifted my glass and took another drink, trying to collect my thoughts as my mind raced away from me. Then, like a long shadow, I felt the presence behind me, before the words crossed my ears. Hiya, how are you? A light tone rang, juxtaposing the dark presence at my back. I turned around and there they both were. Sorry, it's a bit too loud. Just as slickly as the night in the bar, he was upon me. It was Anna who asked the question, but my eyes were fixed upon a boring a hole into his head. Are you okay? Anna asked with audible concern. Oh yeah, sure, I flustered, my shaky tones betraying the storm that raged within. Yes, I'm good. How are you, Anna? I'm great. This is Alistair, my boyfriend. She beamed. The last 2 words sounded almost like adjuncts, as though she was making a point rather than conveying information. It still didn't stop them searing acidly to my soul. Oh, I scrambled for the appropriate words. But what seemed appropriate to me in that moment would have been the most inappropriate words imaginable to Anna and everyone else in that room. Nice to meet you, I said, and simultaneously felt as though I'd thrown up on myself. I wanted to kill him, not dabble in pleasantries. Good to meet you, mate, he replied, and began to gaze around the room nonchalantly. Was it possible that he didn't remember me? Or was he like me, trying to play it cool until he could get a handle on the situation? I knew he could act well, so maybe, but the thought that he may have forgotten me only served to heighten my rage. Alistair, I began not knowing where the end of the sentence would take me. But before I could find out, John and some other friends invaded our standoff, anxious to meet and greet Anna and the pervading presence that was him. In some ways, I was grateful for the interruption. It gave me time to process my thoughts and steady my nerve. The conversation took off as I lingered on the edges of the group. In seething silence, just as before, Alistair began commanding the conversation. Conducting intrigue, laughs and impressed sways as though a day had not passed from Seville. I began to feel once again that intoxicating presence. But whereas before its enduring allure was coupled with unsettling jabs, now the ensnaring presence radiated with a warm glow. The self-satisfaction was still there, but now it came seasoned with self-deprecation and genuine wit. Sure, the man was arrogant, but it came with erudition and depth. He wasn't just projecting out, he was welcoming people in. The man I remembered was polished style. Alistair was chiselled substance. Was this a different man? Or perhaps a master craftsman who had perfected his art? If so, whereas time had worn his looks, it had merely enhanced his charm, ingratiating with his persona. Now so insidious, it was undetectable even to the most cynical, suspicious eye. End of part 1 of part 2.
Whew!
Is it even white teeth? I don't know.
Is it him? I mean, the thing is, he's just the guy Mark who wrote this. He's obviously got away with words, but he's managed to capture exactly how irritating that would be, infuriating. Because he's not only is he's I'm not even in that room. I don't know, but
you feel it, yeah.
I feel exactly how I would feel. It would be terrible.
Knock him out, don't you?
Exactly, just spark him out.
Stick around, and you will get part 2 of part 2. It's Wenger's last game.
Boo-hoo.
Couple of stats here. Arsenal versus Huddersfield, which has now become the biggest talking point of the final day.
Oh, I got it.
Sky Sports. David Wagner. Arsene Wenger. Can Arsenal get a point away from home? That's the biggest talk about.
It is. It's like this. It's because of Chelsea as well. If
Chelsea
ruined
had
beaten
football.
Huddersfield, if they'd beaten Huddersfield, I'm grateful that they didn't. I'm grateful to Huddersfield for pulling that out of the bag. But there would have been at least something to talk about at the end of there's nothing there. Everyone's down. Swansea need a 10 goal swing.
That could happen, you know.
It could happen because
Stoke are on the floor, finishing 20th, went down last weekend.
Yep.
Craig's dad, of course, upsetting for him.
Yep.
Anyway. So they're bottom, and Southampton are at home, but are playing Man City, who can pump anyone.
Yes.
I can't see how Swansea can't score a goal, but
so Swansea, if Swansea get 3 and Man City gets 7,
is that?
I mean, it could happen. You wouldn't.
I'd be obviously we'd all.
That would be some story. That would be some, and that would send Southampton down.
That would send Southampton down.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Should be fun. I think Southampton fans will all be like, "Yeah, we're fine."
Yeah.
And then if like 2 goals go in the first 15 minutes, you're just like,
oh, yeah.
It's fine. 6.
Yeah. There's nothing going into this game, but you know, it's been a good season. There's been lots to talk about. I suppose let's hold on to that.
Yeah.
But Wenger, obviously, we haven't talked about him. In his
This is our
game.
last chance to talk about him.
Yeah, last time to put him in a fun now. I'm so glad you're gone. If I was talking to him, Wenger,
What would be your message to Arsene?
you should have gone sooner, and not because that would have served Arsenal fans on their agenda, because I hate you. I hate you so much. You've been responsible for so many bad times in my life, and that those are all your fault. And I'm glad you're gone, and I don't care about you anymore. That's just, you're in room 69, but you put yourself in there.
He walked in there.
Just walked straight in.
In a French artistic.
Yeah,
Last final
he's
play.
like, I know. Look, I get all the furore around him, and I get like he's done amazing things and stuff. Not to me, not to other Spurs fans.
No.
He was horrible. You know, he's just a bit of a prick.
Has him sticking around so long though has probably allowed you to?
Not really.
No?
They won 3 FA Cups in recent times. So no, not really, Jim.
Okay.
Thanks though.
A couple of interesting stats here for you, Flav.
Not
That'll calm
really.
you down. That'll calm you down.
Go on,
Hang
then.
on.
Go on.
So first of all, let's look at the bad, right? And then I was just going to hit you around the face with a good stat for Arsenal.
Yeah.
So Arsenal, if you're watching, stick around. Arsenal have conceded 50 goals in the top flight for the first time since 83-84.
Yes!
Arsenal, this is amazing. Their home points is 47. They've won 15 out of 18 at home.
Yeah, they've been mad at home.
Mad at home. Second highest after Man City, obviously. Their away form, they're 15th. 13 points. And they haven't got they're the only side in the top 4 tiers of English football yet to pick up a point away from home.
That's true.
This calendar year.
7 on the bounce, innit? Why?
What is the psychology of like being crap away? Because QPR are crap away.
Yeah.
But then some teams do well away. Brentford did better away this season than I think they might. Than a lot of other teams.
It might be marginal. The fact is that some people are better away. It's got to be about psychology. It's the same group of players. It's about mental aptitude. It's about how, and as we've seen, through every element and fabric of Arsenal, very weak-minded.
Unfortunately, I think you have to kind of drift towards that road.
Proof is in the pudding.
Proof
James.
is in the pudding, and that's sad for
Fragile.
Wenger. That's sad for Wenger. It was like
Sad.
it's like Wenger. Let's give him the send off the reserves. Winning the Europa League.
Nah.
Getting in the
Nah.
winning a home game.
Yay!
Yay.
Did that, and they had a good sing song, didn't they? Then the weekend, that was nice. After ripping his arse for fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
Let's give him a little sing song send off. You humiliated him.
Do you know what,
over and over and over again, and he'd give you everything. He transformed your entire football club. He enabled you to be as smug as you are, Arsenal fans. He enabled that. He gave you everything, and you kick him out the house.
Yeah. I had a mate who went to that game, and he said that the Burnley fans were going to the Arsenal fans, sing his name. It was only in the last 10 minutes.
Really?
That they were singing Arsene Wenger's name. I think because they're so sick of him.
How did that manifest, Burnley?
What do you mean?
Well,
How did that
what
happen?
do
I
you
think
mean?
the Burnley fans were just going. I think they started singing his name, Arsene Wenger. I mean, I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I mean, they were losing 5-0, so there's no real reason for them to do that.
Oh, right.
And then they were going like,
come on.
yeah, apparently.
Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
It comes from a good source, a reliable source. So.
Right.
Here's a stat for you though.
Was it Vizet?
It wasn't Vizet.
All right.
If Arsene Wenger stayed on for another 100 games and lost them all,
Yes.
he'd still have the best win percentage of any Arsenal manager in history.
Is that right?
That is right.
All right. I suppose he played so many games, it wouldn't. Well, that's what I'm saying. Be grateful. Be thankful. You know what I mean? It's like having a dad who had a great job, and then he fell on hard times, and you're like, well, get out the house.
Well,
Just get out. Yeah, you used to provide for me,
yeah.
but you haven't been able to do that.
Providing as much.
I'm not allowed. I can't. You haven't bought me a Ferrari recently. I now only have to drive a BMW 7 Series.
But son,
With black.
but son, you've got 6 Ferraris in the garage.
Yeah, I'm not bothered
Great
about
memories
them.
in those
I'm not
Ferraris.
bothered about them Ferraris.
I want a
anymore.
new one.
I've driven those. I've done that. I want a better one. I want a Bugatti.
Right.
That's what I want.
But I haven't got the money to.
I don't care.
There's lots of.
I want a Bugatti.
But I've done so much. I've given you this. Honestly,
Don't worry about them.
It's a vintage car.
Don't worry about them. I want a Bugatti. Are you going to get me
But just
that?
look round.
You can't get me that.
just look-
Can you, Dad?
Could you just quickly look at all the achievements?
I realise I'm a grown man, but you can't get me that. So now you have to leave, and I'm going to get a nice rich stepdad. He'll come in. He'll buy me a Bugatti.
But he'll have to deal with the same constraints that I'm under, and he might not be able to get you a Bugatti.
Oh, he'll get me a Bugatti. Or his ass will be on the line.
Nice. Here's another stat for you.
And
Allegri.
scene.
Allegri has won the double 4 years on the trot.
That
Is he going to go to Arsenal?
That's crazy. 4 years on the bench. Is that true? There's some sort of double, or the major.
The double.
They must be sick of Juve over there, aren't they?
They're sick of it. Oh yeah. I mean,
It's hard enough to follow up a league win.
The old lady.
To follow up a double with another double and
So
then
would
do
he-
it 4 times. That's mad.
So would he leave to go to 6th place Arsenal?
No.
I don't think he would
Of
he?
course not.
Huddersfield, Brighton and Newcastle all stayed up. We haven't spoken to Matt yet. I'm sure he's buzzing.
He is buzzing. We've had a word. He's as smug as you'd expect.
Good.
And Matt, just because people keep asking where Matt is, he's still around. He's alive and he's well.
He's the owner of the business.
He's owning the business and he's very busy.
Yeah.
So, you know, he can't be around pissing about doing podcasts with me.
True.
So,
So you left for me.
So James.
Sorry, guys. It's not like I don't do enough work for it. It's only the third time all promoted Premier League teams have stayed up.
Yeah, I know that. I know that fact.
Do you know what?
Good.
You've got to look at those managers and go, yeah, you've done it. You've done it.
Or
you've done it, Chris Hughton.
Or there's so much money that it's easier for them to do it now. There's so much money in the game.
Here's another stat for you. God, you're lucky. We're still going to Twinkles later as well.
Oh, what?
Unbelievable. Twinkles is back.
Twinkles!
Oh, yeah!
Hey!
To get these shots
Didn't go
in.
last weekend, did we?
I need a break, mate.
No.
It's been mental.
Oh, mate, you need a break. My body's in tatters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was asleep.
What was I saying?
It's like frying hot dog down an alleyway.
In the River Mersey. What was I talking about? I've forgotten. Thanks for your
But, another window. But
Here's another stat for you.
Sorry.
Here's another stat for you. Keep it on football for a bit at least.
Yeah.
It's got flames in that as well.
Yeah.
Good flames question, actually. Outside the top 6, I think it is,
Yep.
every single team has a negative goal difference.
Yeah.
So does that say, as much as and as well as these guys have done, and I think I heard someone saying, I think it was Lewis Dunk talking about it, he was saying that he was chatting to Rafinha,
Right.
and he was saying, apart from the top 6, it's just like the top end of the championship. That's apparently. So, but I think if you look at
the level is, apart from top 6, is championship level.
Well, I think all those teams you can see they're
That's
all very
madness.
close to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, no, it's
Apart
true.
from only having like the season of
It's
history.
comparable to the championship in the way the table looks from 6th down, but the standard is much
I'd say that between the top 6 in the championship and the bottom half of the Premier League, I think it's getting closer.
I think the gap, although you often hear the opposite from people, I think the gap's probably smaller than ever.
All right, that's fair enough. I'll agree on that. I think the big problem of the the Premier League is the gap between the top 6 and the rest.
Yeah,
It's become, it is a mess. It's you're so far beyond everybody else. And it's obviously, as we've said many times, it's boring to say it again, but it's just about the amount of money. It's about the amount of money, and it's not even just TV revenue, because you look at it and actually the parity between the amount of money that someone who gets relegated and someone who wins the league isn't huge. You're talking about 50-60 million. It's still at least 90 million in TV money to the team that gets relegated. So it's
they need
it's
to
not
make
that.
a bridge for
It's
the Champions League to get to allow other teams to have a chance of getting the Champions League playoffs. How many times have I got to say it?
Yeah, that would be good. But it's just that it's just the global audience. That's the difference. It's just these clubs, because their exposure on TV, they play more on TV, and they're able to go on worldwide tours every single summer.
But that's not where they're getting the money. But the money needs to be distributed more fairly.
The global fan base is where most of the money comes from.
I get that, but they need to distribute the money better, because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Of course, absolutely. But why would Tottenham, who are a huge cost to themselves, take their team throughout, in America, and then come back and give money to QPR?
That's why I think we're fucked, because I don't think that it's too late now, because they didn't make it clear and stick to it early on.
What, it was 1984 when it started?
What? The TV money?
Not just TV money, it's when Spurs were the first club, and this is one of the least proud things I can say about my football club, is we broke a FA rule in which essentially Spurs were allowed to float on the stock market as a profit-making business, and the shareholders were allowed to draw money out of the club, which meant it paved the way for clubs to become what they are now.
QPR did the same,
Yeah.
down the road. I don't know what else to say about that.
It's just football, isn't it? It's football.
We're down on it.
Yeah.
Still dreaming of the Prem next year? Gonna win it next year?
Vaguely.
But just like, on this thing about the relegation, because I did make this document, I've been speaking to a few people who are going down, and a Southampton fan who nearly went down, and and all of them to a man said, I'm not that bothered. Like, it's heartbreaking to go down, but they're actually quite looking forward to going into the Championship, where there's like a level playing field to some degree, where a team can beat another team. You don't go, as lads, you've gone in and got some surprising results this year, but you go into every game thinking you could get a result. We
beat Wolves and we beat Cardiff.
Yeah, and
2 teams have gone up.
and it's much closer than Wolves are a standout team. They have some incredible players, but there is something in it.
Do you know what's good about the Championship? Is
There's no
that,
point
that
stagnating
both
in the
teams,
Premier League.
no one just sits. Both teams go for it a decent amount. No? Oh really? It's a different game.
Against us.
Yeah, you keep the ball, I think. Fair enough.
Against Wolves, they must do as well. But it's
Speaking of ruining football,
yeah, go on.
Chelsea have ruined the final day
Yep.
of the Premier League season. Thanks, Chelsea. Morata, he's the scapegoat, isn't he? They all hate him.
Yeah, he's had a terrible season. He got 70 million.
70 million from Real Madrid, 11 goals in 30.
Well, yeah.
That's probably the difference between Liverpool and Spurs. Harry Kane, I think.
Salah. Yeah,
and
you've got
Salah's
someone you
scoring
can
those
rely
goals.
on for goals. Yeah, Chelsea don't have that. Morata's he just has been terrible. I mean, it's not. I'm not say terrible. Like, you say 1 in 3 is not a bad return, but it is a bad return for Chelsea. It's a bad return for a striker in the one of the top 5 clubs.
And you're playing
top 6
teams
clubs.
that do part of the bus.
Yeah.
So you're involved a lot.
Yeah.
And
That's a
he had a
terrible
great
return.
start, I thought, but then it's just
Yeah, no-
totally gone wrong.
An okay start. Chelsea fans are not happy with him at all.
Around the door, don't they?
I mean, they're a bit of a mess actually, Chelsea. I mean, Conte just threw that game away against Huddersfield, made 7 changes. Hazard on the bench. Giroud's been playing well on the bench.
I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't understand it. It's like he hasn't changed the team all season. He's played more or less his best side in every game.
You don't
And-
drop Hazard. You don't.
Why? To what end?
I don't know.
You're going to be gone at the end of the season. Why not be remembered, instead of being remembered as a bit of a weirdo who done that at the last game of the season? Your legacy is that now. It's like, he was right. We were right to get on with him. There'd have been plenty of Chelsea fans out there who would have said, "Let's give him another year."
Do you know what I think as well? But
it's not
managers must. You have to go. Shall I leave him out? He looks a bit tough. No chance I get slaughtered.
Yeah.
In you get.
I'm only going to be here for 2 more games. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just get in there.
Well, no, if he can't play 3 games in a week, then
I wonder how much of it Hazard said to him. Bit tight.
Huddersfield, won't we?
Bit mad.
Great win, wasn't it?
No.
We'll beat them. We'll beat Huddersfield. Don't worry about that.
He's got
Don't
a World,
leave me.
He's got a World Cup.
Yeah.
He's got a World Cup.
Well, Ozil didn't play yesterday. Bad back.
He'll have another bad back at the weekend. He'll have another bad back.
He'll be fit for the World Cup though, I imagine. I think he'll just about make
So
it.
that's what you got to love. You got to love like Salah and Harry Kane. It's because there's no world where Harry Kane would say would feign injury so that he didn't play because he was worried about the World Cup. Just not that kind of player. And in fact, I think it's to the detriment of Tottenham and part of our form because his fitness isn't quite there. He looked much sharper yesterday. He scored a great goal.
Yeah.
Good goal.
Good goal.
But I think that because he's undroppable, and if you declare yourself fit, that his desire to finish top goal scorer and play every game meant that we haven't played as well as we have been. I think. But you don't score 39 goals in a season without being a little bit bloody minded and single minded.
I don't. You don't want to change him, do you?
No.
So
39
no
goals
Chelsea.
in a season.
That is crazy.
He could end the season with 40 goals. That, like, I remember thinking about that. I would see him like Ronaldo's return in the Premier League, and thinking, that's mad. That's so many goals. That's more goals than most other teams score. You know, in the lower half of the league. There's some people. Is there anyone actually?
Well, Joe.
Yes.
They've scored more than Huddersfield. I think a lot of teams. Salah scored more goals than Huddersfield this season. A lot of teams.
Huddersfield scored 28. Harry Kane scored more. Southampton. Well, then I suppose in all competitions. So, you know, it's mad. It's mad, and you know, part of why I love them so much.
Give Spurs their dues here, right? Lloris said this: we've played 37 away games from home this season. This is a massive achievement. The whole Wembley thing.
Yeah, but
You've done well. You have done well.
No, we have done well. And like I've said it many times. If we'd start the season, I would have taken this all day. You know, Champions League football again, going back to the new stadium. Last 16 the Champions League, semi-final of the FA Cup. It's been a good season. It's just the expectations
It's
through the
going
roof.
down, yeah.
It's mad. It has been like it has felt like we had played away every game. But even last night, I was talking to my old man who was watching it, and it's like, this is. We can't wait to get out of there. It's been so horrible. It's like not having a home. It's rammed home what I already knew, but where you come from, where you play your football, and playing out of that area is so
massive,
crucial.
yeah.
It's the fabric of the game. Defending your turf amongst them other lot coming over, you know, saying this is White Hart Lane or whatever it's going to be called, and this ain't going to be an easy place for you to come. you lose it all, and it's so important. And the atmosphere's been turgid at Wembley. It's been terrible. And don't get me wrong, White Hart Lane at times was poor as well, but that place would go up, and with the right circumstances, and it's just can't wait to there's a thing on there's a thing on Twitter with Jimmy Bullard when he's in the jungle. He just passes he's in one of the little huts and there's fucking flies and locusts everywhere, and he goes, and he just gets the star and he goes, yes, I knew I could do it. Now get me out of this shithole. And that perfectly sums up our experience at Wembley. We got to the Champions League. Like,
Job
get
done.
us the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's get home.
Well done, mate. A couple of things that are going to happen at the end of the weekend, because this is one for the weekend, sponsored by Fan League. I haven't done that bit yet. Building the world's #1 football community. Massive thank you to Fan League. We've got one last podcast with them.
Yeah, huge thank you.
And it wouldn't have happened without them. And if you've enjoyed the podcast, a huge reason for that is because of the guys at Fan League. So click on the link in the description. Join our league, the One for the Weekend League. We've
got two more episodes to go. Please download the app, play along with us. All you have to do is get 13 results right. Actually, you can get 10, 11 or 12. True. And you still get money. So yeah, get involved, because if you support them, then you're supporting us, and it'd be a great thing. The link is in the description below. Please do. Yeah, and after this podcast, we'll be doing our picks on the Fan League YouTube channel as well. So go check that out. So a couple of things still to play for this week. Well, one, Michael Carrick was playing his final game. Just wanted to touch on that briefly. So great player. Yeah, good player. Great player. Yeah. He played at Spurs, didn't he, as well? I thought you might have something to say. Nothing. Shafted us. Carrick was a part of the start of what turned Spurs into a semi-decent football club. It was clear as soon as because he couldn't get in the team when we bought him. It might have been Santini, didn't play him at all. And then Yol came in and gave him a shot, if I'm remembering this rightly. And you could tell. You tell when he got the ball, this guy's class. And not only that, he's much better than us. He's above. I think he played next to Davids in midfield, and those two together for the first season, it was just like, this is incredible. And we nearly qualified for the Champions League that year. We lost in the last day against West Ham and Lasagna Gate, and we got food poisoning.
Because the other thing we did at that World Cup video, and then I saw this and I thought, if he'd been playing all season, then he's the kind of player that he'd be screaming. His England career's just been total mishap after mishap.
But it's been that a lot with England, isn't it? You look at Letizia, Hoddle didn't even represent.
They were better strikers there than Letizia.
Hoddle though. Hoddle didn't play enough.
Embarrassing, yeah.
Ian Wright didn't play enough. I know he had Shearer and Sheringham and Fowler and Owen around him, but it does happen. But Carrick, I mean, he's had a great career, unsuspecting, quiet, and has won it all. Literally won it all, and he's. He deserves all the accolades in the world, but he left Spurs and he chose to leave. So fuck Michael Carrick.
One accolade he will never win is the most alcohol drunk at the football on average per fan in the Premier League. That is still to play for, guys. If you're going to a ground this week, get on it. Do you know what I mean?
Water.
Well, Everton they drink more than any other Premier League team.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's like 20 odd units.
Is that a good thing?
Wow. Yeah, well, that's why I kind of wanted to talk about that, because like lads, isn't it? QPR, innit? We're on it all the time. We're in this, we be smashing it up. Everton, I just like, why is this a story? Who's put the work in for this? It just wound me up. Everton, you drink the most. Then it's Chelsea.
Yep.
Then it's Spurs, and it's done per average person. So it's not just the big stadiums. So third you are.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not taking any. I'm not taking it. I mean,
exactly.
So what?
Exactly. I just.
I would say drink less if you had.
I would say drink responsibly.
Yeah.
And gamble responsibly.
All of that.
Trivia. Left it late this week. Trivia last week. There was a.
What is that? It? Oh, trivia! Sorry, I thought it was Twinkles. I got excited for a second. Go on, well, sorry, I'm really excited about
breath.
It. Yeah, go on.
Last week we asked you, last week there was a amnesty on doping. People were allowed to dope, but people were going, you're an idiot, because I knew this one anyway.
Liars.
I don't know, it doesn't affect me.
Dopers.
Which 5 players have scored Premier League hat-tricks for 3 different clubs? Lots of you got it, so you won't all get name checks, but you know who you are.
Wow.
Click like on the video if you got it right, or if you got it wrong. Yakubu
Yep.
for Blackburn Rovers, Everton, and Portsmouth. Nicholas Anelka, who should be, if you any football trivia question, if you don't know the answer, go with Nicholas Anelka.
Yeah.
Always a good guess. Or Tony Cottee. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City. Kevin Campbell did it for Arsenal, Everton, and Forest. Les Ferdinand, Sir Les, did it for Newcastle, QPR, and Spurs.
Yep.
Teddy Sheringham, the last one, did it for Man United, Portsmouth, and of course Spurs. This week, all the trophies have been handed out, but which 7 managers have won all 3 major English trophies? You're looking at the answers there, Flav.
I am.
Should people be getting them all? There's one I think that they'll struggle with. Maybe 2.
They'll struggle with three of these.
If you're a student of the game, put in your guess down below. Do you know what I like when people they guess, but it's like name the 5 strikers.
Where is? What you mean?
They've won all 3 domestic trophies.
Where's Arsene Wenger?
Arsene Wenger is not in there.
What? He's not won the League Cup,
Don't think he has.
FA Cup.
Don't
He's
think
never won the League Cup.
They lost at Birmingham, didn't they?
Oh yeah, lost again and again. Lost to Chelsea. Lost a few times.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, if you
Maybe stick around one more season, Wenger.
yeah,
You need it.
complete the set.
Complete the set.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
So yeah, if you're shooting the game, do you know what I like is sometimes people would guess, but it'll be like 3 strikers. Which 3 strikers? Da da da. And someone will go. People go. Defoe. Just like one, just guess one. No, I know you're not doping if you just guess one. I quite like
In
that.
the comments, people are just
Just
saying,
going. Oh well, I got Defoe. Send. I'll come back to it.
all right. Which 7 managers have won all 3 major trophies? Thanks to everyone who checked in again last week. I'm not going to say thanks to those checked in and then added something.
You just want a clean check-in.
Well, the point is, check in if you've got nothing to say. If you're making a comment, we know you're there. You're alive and you're well because you're making a comment. Yeah? This is only for people who don't have anything to say.
All right.
You're the ones
okay.
I want to check in. Any of you who add, just checking in. Oh, and by the way,
Blah, blah, blah.
that's not just checking in. All right? So don't do that. Don't check in because you know what'll happen. What will happen, Jim?
They get blocked.
They get blocked from the channel, mate. All right? Is that what you want? So most of you enjoy this, and I'm glad you enjoy it. But stop fucking with the rules.
Cool. How long have we got?
45, 48. Sorry.
48. All right. I'm going to bypass this one. Do you want to talk about it?
No, let's have a quick
Let's
chat.
have a quick
A
chat.
little bit more football before we
So
just
another-
descend into the irreverency.
So we spoke about your relegation doc. I did a mini little feature video on the Wall Street channel. It's out there now. Go watch it.
It's
I
so
think it's good, you know.
It was really
It
good.
was
I
good,
really
you know.
liked it. Really enjoyed it. And the West Ham one as well. The West Ham doc. On Ball Street, we're making lots of decent little mini docs at the moment. We're trying to up the quality. We're trying to give you something more than just fan banter.
Yeah.
These
Wacky banter.
take a
Whoa!
lot of time. All right. So if you enjoy this, do us a favour. Just go and watch the bloody films. Well, what are we doing here? Do you think we're just sitting here just to entertain? Do you think this isn't our career? This is our career. All right. And how you reward us is proving that you're watching it. Because upstairs, when I have to sit down for my PDR, when they're looking at me and going, how have you done this month? Or how have you done the last 6 months? I can't say, yeah, I've done really well, because they're looking at the views on videos I've made, and you ain't watched them.
Who are the greatest Premier League team ever? Was the was the name of the video. That was the subject.
Manchester United,
House
they've got
is talking about it. Hugh Wizzy's talking about it. Poet.
Yeah.
And Copenhagen's talking about it. Robbie's on there. Who else is on there? Rio Ferdinand's in that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've asked them who's the best. And the reason I asked that, Man City, most Premier League points ever, 97 now. Most wins in a season.
Yeah, they're the
most
best.
goals in a season.
They're the best.
They're the best of all
Yeah,
time.
they are the best. How can they not be?
Well, because people talk about, they say that you've
People-
got to have European success.
You mean
going undefeated
You mean
is a big thing.
people with an agenda might say that? Right, that's what you're saying.
So that's funny you
Right,
say
the
that.
proof
'Cause I
is-
don't have an agenda, and I think surely it's put on points and records, and they've got the most
Yeah.
records and points. So
Yeah.
it's Man City are the greatest.
So what is good about this video is that these fans with a massive agenda about their own clubs actually find ways of convincing you that maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. I think one of the greatest things about come across in that video is the that the invincible season for Arsenal weren't all that great.
Some people feel that way, yeah. Others don't. Uizzi doesn't. He says the consistency of that is incredible, and he said that with the Champions League, like Juventus, he said, against Spurs, and also for Man United fans, the treble-winning season, that was just a bit of luck.
The treble-winning season is, I mean, who cares about the Champions League and FA Cup? It's nothing to do with this discussion. That's what I would have said.
I would agree with that.
But just so you know, just before we can move on,
make your own decision.
Yeah, make your own decision. But if you want to go on that and comment, because Arsenal were described as cowards for the invincible season by someone. Wasn't that in there? Or maybe that's just me.
I can't remember.
They drew 12 games.
Ah,
It's cowards.
yeah.
Go out and
Cowards?
win. Yeah, defending some sort of...
That someone calls that invincible side a myth.
Love it.
Right, it's that time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Heading down the Twinkles. That's
Feeling uncomfortable.
yeah.
Feeling uncomfortable.
What's that smell? Alright, here we are. Alright, here we are, heading down to Twinkles. You don't know, where we test out our stat-up lines.
Yeah.
If you haven't headed down to Twinkles, get yourself down there. Make sure you bring your stat-up lines, though. That's the only way you're getting some ladies. What's your name this week?
My name is Cassandra. Why am I always a bird?
Because I do the reading. Do you want to do the reading?
No.
Right, we do the same thing every time.
All right, love.
Sandra, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You alright, babe?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nice tights.
Cheers.
Oh, actually, you got a run in those tights. Speaking of runs, Newcastle have now lost 4 consecutive Premier League games in 3 different occasions this season. Let's go.
Oh, God, I'm so hot.
Sandra,
Yeah, Cassandra.
what you do for work? What's your career?
I work in a nursery.
You work in a nursery, do you? Speaking of career, Song Hon Min has been directly involved in more home goals in all competitions for Spurs this season than any other player. 14 goals and 9 assists.
Is that right?
That's right.
Ah.
I'm back.
Where do you live again?
I'm not giving it out. We'll go to yours.
No, I can't go to mine.
Go to yours.
My husband's home.
What? Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Mate, it sounds like you're out of my league. Yeah, but if you give me a chance, I think I can make the step up. Speaking of making the step up, no team from any of the top 5 divisions in England last season have stayed up.
What?
Hang on, I've got relegated.
Oh, I'll tell you
Not
what.
stayed up. Sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So just be clear, babe, you're out of my league, but if you give me a chance to step up, speaking of stepping up, no team from any of the top 5 divisions who got promoted last season have not stayed up. Get your coat.
Nah, I'm alright. I'm going to speak to that big geezer over there. He'd like to give me a good
Drink.
Rogery.
Thanks for your input there, Jim.
And that was Twinkles. That's your stat up lines. Take them into battle.
Do what you want. It's not battle, is it?
Oh, it's a
Not
mind. It's a mind battle.
wits.
It's a battle of wits, indeed. And you
a
can
battle
show. You
of
can
wits.
take up. I like the career one. I thought that was
a major
good.
issue there, isn't there?
Career one's good, isn't it?
The career
Better
one.
than the assist one the other
The
week.
career one, that was terrible.
Loving Twinkles. Let me know your thoughts on Twinkles. If you need directions, I'll put a location in comments, something like that. And then you can, we'll all meet up there this week. I get there around 9:45. It's Saturdays.
Oh, I get there late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you get there before 10, you get in half price. Right.
Women always get it for free though.
White Teeth, part 2. Part 2. You okay?
Yes. Do you know what we didn't do?
What?
The camera flicking thing.
Yeah, because you got up and started dancing.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
Right, here we go. Part 2, right? I started to doubt myself. Was I at it again? Projecting that devil onto a stranger with a similar look and teeth. Motivated by my jealousy of Alistair's relationship with Anna, who of course he's in love with. I'm ashamed to say because it is petty and small, but I had always intensely disliked Anna's numerous boyfriends. Sure, some of them were grade A twats, but for the most part, I disliked them. even the alright ones, because they were with her. And the more I thought about it, the more I became convinced that, pathetically, I had once again projected what I wanted to see. What a way to rationalise my petty jealousy and frustration about Anna, project my nemesis upon her boyfriend. I looked at him again. Alistair had long hair down to his neck, no trace of a tan, and just generally didn't look like a prick. Was it him? I was no longer sure. It felt like him. I'd only ever got this feeling once before, that night in Seville. But like I said, this was slightly different. Besides, how can you confront someone publicly based on a feeling? I was painfully conscious of what Anna would think. Alistair was different. Was he handsome? Yes, he was. Anna's boyfriends always were, but annoyingly so, not like each moment of his life was being extracted from the cover of GQ. That makes sense? However, I thought, time does make a mockery of all of our faces. Hairstyles change, tans fade, people age. I needed Davey. He'd have known what to do. He always said he'd spot the posing prick a mile off. Rage had now slipped into nauseating confusion and I felt lost. I retreated to the bar and hoped that I would find the answers from the bottom of my glass. After a little while, John approached me. "You okay, mate?" "No," I replied somberly. "Ah, Anna, new boyfriend, I see." "The usual then," he said, thinking he was being helpful. "John, I think her boyfriend might be the guy who robbed me and Davey in Seville, and I hate myself that I can't remember properly," I dismayed. John laughed, barely concealing his dismissiveness. "What? Alistair? Alistair is he who must not be named?" "No, he's lovely. You're just a jelly prick." "You weren't there that night. You don't see how slick that bastard was. He had the whole room eating out of his hand," I snapped. John continued to laugh mockingly. "You're so salty, man. I can taste it," he said with glee. "John, you're fucking useless. You were as much help as you were that night in Seville. If you'd just come home that night," I broke off frustratedly. John laughed again. You know what Johnny boy always says? If there's a chance of docking at port, this sailor's throwing all his crewmates overboard." "What?" I retorted exasperatedly. "Basically, hoes before bros," he announced with semi-ironic triumphalism. "First of all, no one, and I mean absolutely no one, calls you Johnny boy. And secondly, that hoe is now your wife." I sighed while stifling a snigger. John's head had whipped around instantly from one side to the other, as though terrified he'd been caught. "Oh God, please don't tell her I said that." "What? The weird nautical sex analogy, or the whole calling her a hoe?" I said, breaking a smile for the first time all evening. "Both, definitely, both," Johnny semi-whispered, still erratically turning his head from one side to the next, making sure the random bird, or Stephanie as she was known, was not within earshot. We both returned to the group and continued to intently observe rather than participate. Alistair was talking to John's brother and I listened from my position 2 people over. He began talking about how he'd just bought the latest Audi Q, something or other, and I drifted away thinking, what a twat. I was depressed and on the brink of making excuses and leaving. This was supposed to be my chance with Anna, and instead I had to endure another new boyfriend and pine over what could have been. I cleared my throat. "John, look, mate." I broke off abruptly, and a sudden gleam had caught my attention. It wasn't his teeth, not this time. No, Alistair pushed his left sleeve, and the light danced off the sleek metal of the fancy Swiss watch he was showing off. Once again, I thought, what a twat, and went to continue my farewell. Then, fatefully, something happened that sent the whole night into a screeching halt. I was just in the process of looking away from his barely concealed boasting when my eye lazily travelled up his left arm, and I saw it. The scar!
Yes! Yes!
What are you going to do him? The hideous, disgusting scar, attempting to cloak itself in the iconic crest.
Yes!
That horrible scar, the true window into Alistair's soul. The unmistakable marker of the villainous white team.
Get him! Get him! What's happened?
End of part 2.
No!
It's him.
It's him!
It's fucking him.
Bastard! Bastard!
It's a scar.
Bastard!
Will Boyo,
Declan.
aka Mark Ferguson,
Scumbag!
get his vengeance for both him and Davey.
Rest in peace.
Find out next week in part 3, the final part of the White Teeth sequel.
Oh.
Adam, reaction.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable scenes.
Unbelievable.
So I thought during that, I thought this is tailing off. I'm not sure where this is going to go, and he just pulls us back in.
Every time.
Just pulls us back in. He's. What do you think? Do you know? Have you read it all?
Yeah.
Can I read it?
It's one. It's not on there.
No, don't say anything about what it's one. No one cares about your opinion.
It's one not to miss.
Right.
It is one not to miss.
Whoa. What would you? No, you don't say what you'd do. What would you do, Ed? What would you do in that situation? What would you do?
Would you do it
Knock
though?
him out.
Would you do it though?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't hit
I
him.
don't know what I'd do. Would you?
I think.
I'd approach him. I'd be like, "What the fuck? Do you remember when you stole our ticket?"
Yeah, he stole our tickets in for the
What
game.
the fuck was that about?
Yeah, why have you done that?
Yeah.
There's a couple of things you got to worry about here. One, you'll be driven by the fact that Davey's not around anymore.
Yeah.
And he mentioned it when he was ill in hospital, so you'd be driven by that. You'd be driven by Anna, because this snake is all up in, and so you'd be compelled to do something. You're not thinking rationally. But bigger than that, and more worrying, is that he could probably have you.
Yeah.
That's it. If you get into, but then you think it doesn't matter if he has you. You've got to do what you got to do. Ugh.
It's John's 30th as well.
Huh?
What would you do? If this was you?
Do you know? Probably.
Swing.
Do you know? Probably.
Hands.
I don't know. Because he needs to know why this is occurring. So there'd need to be some conversation. He'd need to know why you're angry, and he obviously, this guy's a con man, so he doesn't care about you. He doesn't even recognise him. I don't know.
Maybe he's got a reason why he did it.
Shh! What are you doing? What are you doing,
No
Jim?
teasers.
Jim, no teasers, nothing, no comments, nothing.
Sorry. Just tell me when you finish.
I'd have to have a conversation with him,
He
and then
owes
I'd
you an
find out.
explanation.
Yeah, absolutely. At least. I don't know if physical violence is ever the answer, but he deserves it, guarantee. Sorry, Karen.
Incredible. The best story we've ever had on Soldiers Lost and
It's one of
Battle.
the best stories I've ever heard.
Yeah. Join us next week for the conclusion.
And at the end of the season, there's a little treat. We'll clip it up for you to share with everybody.
We will. Definitely will.
Which one-
This is going to be very brief, I would imagine. Birds and that?
Other than that, nothing to report.
Nothing to report.
You're treating ladies well, though, right?
Of course.
You're being kind
Yeah.
and
Looking brown? Been away?
been away.
Been away. Been to Mallorca.
You mean you've been to Mallorca and the sun, the lovely sun and the, you know.
There was no sun.
There was no
was
sun.
no sun.
So what was it, this weekend?
It rained all weekend.
And that was the hottest May on record for us.
Yeah.
But for you, who paid lots of money to go to Mallorca, pissed down.
What, with the family?
No, few friends.
Few mates. So mates, boys out on town,
Just lads, eh?
being dickheads.
Just lads?
One girl.
One girl.
She's a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything ever happened between you and her?
No.
Ever likely to?
No.
Okay. Good.
Cool. Well,
Good.
on to next week. We'll finally see how he's getting on next week.
Good. I just want you.
He's fine.
Chill, man.
Honestly, he's fine.
It's all good.
Summer's coming.
Sam's coming.
Sun,
Yeah,
innit?
Sam can't help it.
Right.
Summer, can he? Just imagine him bowling around in his little espadrilles. Can you imagine this? Espadrilles, like shorts that just
Good shades. Like, he can
shades.
pull off cigarettes as well.
Yeah, he pulls off
So,
cigarettes. He doesn't look like a scumbag
He's
like
kind
I
of cool
do.
with it.
He just smokes shades, walking through, just bowling through wherever he lives.
Yeah. Girls throwing themselves out and he's like, yeah, alright, let's go.
Yeah.
He don't shout about it, they come up to him.
Yeah.
He's like, they're like, who's your tall friend? That's like,
Yeah, and for the record, again, you shouldn't call them birds. It's called birds and that, but it's ironic.
it's definitely
But you just refer to them just as birds in general thing, and that's not okay.
I'll work on that. Questions for flames.
No,
No?
I'm pissed off at you.
Okay, this is a good one. He's put this in the comments. James Walmsley. That's James Walmsley.
Is it crucial that people remember his name?
He's decided to give us this question, and I look forward to giving him advice, and we'll try our best.
Go on.
James Walmsley.
John Walmsley.
Question for Flames. Cocked up my A-levels last summer and went to a sales job for a few months before I decided what I wanted to do.
Fair enough.
lied on my CV about my qualifications because I thought I'm only going to be here a few months, and without the lies, it was shit. A few months in, the managers quite liked me, and I got promoted to a lab team, blending, testing, buying, and recommending petrochemicals.
Oh my god.
My boss has been talking about paying for a chemistry degree, but this means I would have to reapply to uni with the correct CV. How far should I go with this? Come clean now, I'll see how far I can push it. I have no A-levels and sold PPI for 3 months before getting sacked previously.
What? So I'm a bit confused. So he went into sales.
He went into sales, but
He found a new job.
No, he went to sales. They liked him.
Yeah.
They promoted him to this job where he's in
A lab team, and now they're offering.
Doing all sorts, and they're going, you need a chemistry degree so that you know so you're not going to hurt people. We'll pay you loads for it though. Pay you loads for it if you stick around.
So he must be good at his job.
Must be.
You must be, well, if they're willing to pay for his degree, that's a lot of money. That's a big investment.
Do you know what
he
it's
must
like?
be good.
Do you know what it's like? Suits. You ever watch Suits?
No.
So Suits, this guy pretends to be a lawyer, but he hasn't got the degree.
All right.
Yeah, and there's 7 series of it. So firstly, I would say go and watch that because there might be some ways that you can get around it.
No,
but he is a
don't
genius with a photographic.
This guy's gone from a sales job to be testing petrochemicals, so wanting to put for a good degree in chemistry. This guy's a genius. This is great.
Fucked though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fucked. Yeah. That when they find out, and especially if they pay you any money into your education, you could well get done for fraud and be sent to prison. So I would find a way of getting out of that job. That's what I would do. Or you might say to the boss, look, I lied on my. I came here as a call centre. I lied on my CV. You know, so everyone does it. And can you just not send me to university and I just carry on doing what I'm doing, and maybe get a pay rise?
Well, can you do open university or something like that where you don't have A-levels? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Maybe that's there you go. There's the
Hang on
answer.
a minute. Hang on
So there we go.
a minute.
Look, I know you go, boss. Look, can we just have a chat? I know you were saying the other day, going, you really like initiative.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah,
I've been showing. Are you happy with my work?
Yeah, I mean, of course I'm happy with your work. I'm going to send you to university. I think this is the next step for you. You are destined for big things.
Yeah. No, I know. You know, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I have.
We are willing to put, this is going to cost us something maybe in the region of 50 grand.
50 grand. That's.
We want you to stick around though. We don't want you just getting a degree and pissing off.
Well, I've got to be honest with you.
Right.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Can I call you Trevor?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit familiar, but okay.
Trev. The thing is, I've shown initiative, and I look to do that in everything I do, and that's how I got this job. I've got to be honest with you. I don't have any qualifications.
Sorry?
I don't have any qualification currently. But maybe we could do. I've been looking into this open university thing.
Yeah.
Just do that instead. Might even be cheaper for you.
Yeah, you've been mixing chemicals that go out to the public. Dean. James.
James Wimsley.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck were you thinking?
Okay. I mean.
Okay, you just wait here. You wait here.
But you've seen me.
I'm going to just phone.
Hang on, let me just turn that Bunsen burner off. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, don't. What you should have done.
You should be honest. You know?
James, what you should have
sorry,
done.
Stanley.
James, what you should have done is just say, I know a good degree. I can do this on open university. I'll do that.
I'd
no
rather
problem.
do that. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's your first thing. If you don't want to tell them the truth, go. Can I just do it through open university?
The truth will out eventually. I would speak to your boss and explain.
Maybe own it and go. Make it like into sort of certain traits that show that you care, but you're being honest now.
Yeah.
Maybe you might get away with it.
You might get away with it, but you probably get fired.
But don't worry about it too much because probably.
Probably will get fired.
Definitely.
Please let us know. Do it though, and let us know.
But you said, look, you would only do it for a few months because you want to figure out what you were going to do. So.
Yeah, and do it in the next week because we've only got one more week, and we can talk about it next week. So it's good content for us, not so good for your life, but.
And you never know. Do you want the podcast to come back? Actually,
Yeah,
let us know.
look, as we said on One for the Weekend, this is about you lot as much as it is about us. It's clearly about us as well.
It's more
but
about us.
It's more about us. But you lot help a lot. So James, if you're out there, go and tell your boss tomorrow.
Yeah, for our entertainment, so we can use it in the podcast.
Record the conversation on your phone, right? The audio of it, and we will play it in the next
That'd be sick.
episode of One for the Weekend. So all you don't just go in there, you put your phone down, because everyone's got their phone, hit record, and you go, I've got something to own up.
Yeah.
Please do that and send it in. The next week.
Flip it over so the screen's not showing. And final one, Tom Parks. Hi guys, so I need your advice. So I started talking to this lass. You like to say lass?
Probably not. Lady.
This lady. We spoke all the time and met up a few times. I thought things were going well and we ended up sleeping together.
Nice.
She then told me that things were getting too serious too fast and she wanted to pause things. Whatever the fuck that means.
Well, pause means stop.
Yeah. I agreed and we kept talking but calmed it down with the flirting until one night she said she was upset and wanted to stay at mine.
Oh, hello.
Yes. I thought things were back on track. And then a day later she said she wasn't interested in me like that and wanted to be mates.
Oh.
I tried, but then she kept going on about all these guys she was talking to.
Oh.
We've not really spoke since, but should I just suck it up and be her mate, or was she just being a complete mindfuck and using me? Would appreciate your opinions. Love the podcast. Thank you, Tom.
Let's see.
She is no good for you. You deserve better than this,
You
Tom.
get the hell out of Dodge. You see that? Don't need to over back. Don't need to over back.
That's not you hitting her.
No, that's you.
Do not hit anyone.
Don't hit anyone.
Unless it's white teeth.
Mate, that's horrible. That is really horrible because he's clearly got buzzing for her.
Can I go?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, we're all feeling it. We're all feeling it.
Yeah, poor bloke.
Adam, get ready to chip in on this one.
How dare she?
Get out.
Get out.
Get out of Dodge.
Don't ever speak to her again.
Don't speak to her again. This is a terrible fish. Go on, you go.
Every bloke has a girl like this in their life at some point.
No,
I
no.
have. Adam doesn't, because I mean, Adam's like a unicorn.
Adam, have you ever read that?
No.
No, what? No, you've never had that? The mindfuck girl.
What do you
They
mean?
exist and they are
Do you
annoying.
mean someone who's played? No,
They're just messing with. They're messing with you.
In what way? What? How did
The
that
reason
happen
they're
with
messing with you is because they have low self-esteem.
you? Right, but what happened with you?
So what happened with me is basically there would be a girl that I would be like cheeky with,
What's her
flirty
name?
with,
Don't say it.
cheeky with, flirty with. It's happened to me a couple of times. I'll be honest.
Because you're like that, aren't you?
What?
You're affable. You're not easy to
Affable.
get on with.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would.
Is he gay? Isn't he gay?
Yeah, it's exciting. But these girls, right? Time and again, and this is what's happened to you. Time and again, this would happen to me as well. You go, like you try a bit flirty, nothing that would happen. Then you go, oh look, I think I kind of like you, like you're cool. Then they go, oh no, and they would panic because they don't understand that a guy who likes a girl is actually someone who's showing confidence in themselves to say it to that girl.
Mm.
They would then go, oh, I want to go out. I want someone who's a dickhead, because they don't have the self-esteem to understand that if someone likes them,
Yeah.
then that means they're great, because I'm great. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anyway, I would then go, I'll go, I like you. They would then do that, and I'll go, right, fine, see you later. And then they would always come running. Again, like this girl did. So, my advice is, one, long term, this is not going to work out for you. She's only going to hurt you because you like her.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt you. You're gonna feel bad.
But if you're stuck in the trap and you can't deal with it, just proper when you're around her, know that you're better than her and behave that way, and that will drive her mad.
Can you not just say to her?
But really, run.
Run, yeah. Can you not just say to her, look, this is what's happening here. You're hurting. I clearly like you, obviously, and you're talking about other blokes all the time, and this is hurting my feelings.
Yeah. If you want to screw this up, then fine.
So I'm
I don't
not
know if I need
interested.
this.
Please don't call me again. And
It's hard to do though when you like her. Though,
really
isn't it?
hard, really hard. Yeah, no, I had something, but it's gone.
I would say long term, it's not going to work
Just
out.
get
mate.
out,
But
mate.
I would go, yeah.
Get out.
It's about how you carry yourself. That's what's attractive to anyone, male or female.
Yeah.
So if you don't deserve that, which I don't think you do, Tom,
Don't sound like it.
then don't accept it.
That is just. It's that. She's showing zero.
She's lost.
She's being so selfish.
She doesn't realise, but she doesn't realise what she's got there in Tommy.
Yeah. Tom Parks. You go out. and you get yourself a
Except
lovely
for you,
woman,
lady.
lovely
Respects you.
young lady who respects you and is kind to you and doesn't take advantage of you because you deserve that.
And appreciates the kindness and love that you can show to her.
Yeah, and they are out there.
I had to say,
There are boys and girls out there who will treat you.
cheers for your.
Oh God, Lars! I showed it to that. She was like, "What are you doing?"
Someone wrote a comment, that is the most British thing I've ever seen.
3 cheers for my missus. I loved it. It's great. Yeah, so there's plenty out there who will be kind to you, and you won't have to deal with this mind fuckery, in the future. And you look back and you think that girl wasn't very nice, or maybe she's just confused and she's immature in herself.
Indeed.
But whatever it is, Tom, you deserve more.
What a lovely way to end the podcast. If you are new to the podcast and you've enjoyed it, you can listen to it on iTunes. Just search Long Ball Street.
Yeah, and go back. Look, we always talk about football, but there's always this stuff. So if you want to go back and listen to the old ones, you can do.
Yeah, leave a review if you want to. Most importantly, subscribe to Ball Street. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thoughts on White Teeth, any soldiers lost in battle. Just talk to us. Check in. If you don't like commenting, just check in. We'll see you next week.